So moving on to our teams. This week, two of our Bengals had a matchup: Steelers and the Rams. Sorry, I'm looking for the score here. Steelers defeat the Rams 24-17. Get the W on the road. So we'll start off with Bryson on this one, our resident Rams fan.
Well, um, all I can say is Kenny Pickett is just the best quarterback in the in his draft class. Najee Harris is just one of the best young up and coming running backs, and Matt Canada is just an elite offensive coordinator. That's really all there is to it. So
Glad we opened your eyes this
that's
week.
all I got. Just kidding. I was held at gunpoint to say that. Anyway.
No, you lost a bet.
Yeah, I lost a bet and was forced to say that. What I really think about this game, I still think the Steelers are not great, and I definitely think this was a fluke win. Um, I think there were two bad calls to kind of end the game. The first in a pass interference call that was not pass interference that ended up getting offset anyway by taunting. But that definitely should have forced fourth down. They kick a field goal or whatever punt. I think they were a field goal range, so I think they kick a field goal. But yeah, they wouldn't have scored that drive and wouldn't have put them up. But oh wait, no, that wasn't that drive.
No, that was a drive.
No.
Ball.
But yeah, no, that was it would have forced fourth down, but just bad call. Definitely didn't make any sense because the whole game, Joey Porter Jr. on Puka, all kinds of physical contact, definitely a couple holds, and they were just letting them play, which I don't hate. You know, I mean, it's whatever. It's they were close ones. Some of them definitely could have gotten away with a hold, but on that play, it didn't make sense. The pass interference there was not pass interference. So that, and then they missed the 4th and 1 sneak. His knee was down before the line, so the ball placement definitely was not where it should have been, and that would have been a change of possession. And I wholeheartedly believe we would have taken it down and scored, tied up the game, forced overtime, whatever, and then we would have won that one. And then also, I definitely think Brett Maher just kind of sold the game for us. He had 7 points that he missed, 2 field goals, and an extra point, and we lost by 7. So, yeah, I definitely think this was a fluke win by the Steelers. By all means, their defense was not playing that great. I mean, they had that one pick, TJ Watt. That was just sneaky. I didn't even realize he was out in coverage until I saw him pick it. So I was like, dang, when the hell did he get out there? So I didn't even see it either. But yeah, no, I definitely think we were playing pretty decent on defense and just some bad penalties. Definitely some penalties on offense that kind of screwed us in some good positions where we could have, made a good drive. But yeah, I definitely don't think Matt Canada is great either. I mean, it's definitely just convenient that it's against us that all of a sudden, they start making some good play calling and decide to have a decent day on the offensive side of the ball and kind of win offensively instead of winning defensively. Yeah, I definitely don't think we should have lost this game. And yeah, those 2 calls at the end were definitely not right.
Everyone we beat so far has said it's a fluke, but it's okay. We keep doing it. But
I want you to tell me, was that 4th and 1 he was down?
I was gonna say both of those plays, were bad
and that was
calls.
not pass interference.
Granted, if it wasn't pass interference, Boz has been money this whole season.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a field goal, whatever.
But you guys would have been down 10 with no timeouts and 2:30 left. So did it really change much? I get the fourth down one that might have changed the game a little, but our defense was playing a lot better in that fourth. Pretty much after that first drive in the second half, we were kind of shutting you guys down on defense. But yeah, it was a great game by the Rams. I admit they played really great. Was a tough fight. Won't lie, I was scared through a lot of it. Definitely worried in that third quarter when they had that long drive after TJ had the pick and we scored and they came back. But yeah, I like I said, we do better after a bye. I knew Matt Canada. I never thought he was going to be amazing, but I knew our offense would look better, especially with Deontay. I think Deontay was huge for us this game, kind of making plays when we needed it on those first downs, just getting small yardage, and even at the end, getting that big kind of 30-yard play to really pick up the offense when we were kind of looking down after the whole George Pickens taunting. Still a young receiver, but I love the energy he plays with, and I wish that block was legal because, man, that was nasty, but definitely player health. I can see why it was illegal.
Yeah.
But yeah, TJ, wish I got to see a sack or two, a little dance from him, but he got a pick, so always happy about that. And I got to give props to Puka Nakua. I had a hell of a game, especially that catch on the sideline. I really didn't think he was going to get that over
Yeah, that was a
Levi
nice
and
catch.
Minka. Yeah, it was
That was
real
kind of,
nice.
I mean, that was just straight luck. That
It
he got
was
that
straight
foot
luck.
in, you know.
But to even
But
still
still,
hold
yeah,
on to it,
impressive.
yeah. But yeah, and I kind of got lucky. Cooper Kupp was definitely dropping passes. Very rare sight from him in the beginning of the game. Picked it up, but never really got those targets later on in the game. And yeah, just happy our defense picked up in the second half after we were kind of just getting gashed in the run game for almost no reason when you guys have no backs right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Kyron Williams was healthy, I think this definitely would have been a much different game too. Because the fact that we ran on y'all with Royce Freeman and Daryl Henderson and gave y'all
I
140
we're also
yards.
just cursed. We do worse against worse players.
Yeah,
I don't know
so.
why, but it's a thing. Oh yeah, great team, great win for my team. Definitely keep up with the Ravens and the Browns winning this week, and only 2 losses, just 1 loss away from the Chiefs. So we're up there. No matter how bad our offense is, look like we're getting better each week. And much as I don't fully love Canada, I think he's again doing a little bit more, getting better toward the end of the season, which I like to see. Still questionable if I want to keep him after the year, but I am hoping for the best from that man because our offense rides on his shoulders pretty much. I think Kenny. Yeah, great win, great game, great game.
I really wish, shoot, maybe the next time, whenever there's a matchup between either our teams, whoever it is, we got to have it. Something on camera. Whether it's all of us together on camera or just if you're watching by yourself, just film yourself. I don't know. I think that'd be funny.
After the second quarter, I was not sober. Yeah, my team was giving me some problems.
Oh, but honestly, Puka went off, man. I know, like, Cooper Cup didn't really get the ball as much, I think, from what we expected. But, I mean, last week, I guess, was his game. This week was Puka Nakua's game. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Let's
definitely
see,
surprised to see Cup
well,
kind of be irrelevant this game, but I think it bodes well for the future. Obviously, having Puka have games like this, we finally have someone other than Cup. Which
Definitely helped you guys having Cup out those first 4 weeks, so that Stafford and him, because
Yeah.
Stafford and him do look like they have a connection.
Yeah, I know they do.
Yeah, which
yeah, they're the old men.
So
Not old, but
going forward, it's pretty much just a toss-up. Who's it going to be? I guess at this point, because it seems like when one. Well, I will say, granted, last week Puka would have had a big game, but he had that drop ball in the end zone. So I think they're right with each other. It just happened that Cup was kind of just quiet this game.
lockdown, that's why.
Absolutely not.
Yo, Buck JPJ, baby.
I gotta say that the TJ Watt interception. I was just like, holy damn! It looked like an offline. Was it a off-ball linebacker? I was just like, damn.
Yeah, you want to still call him an edge rusher
Yeah, I
now,
was not
baby?
ready for
He's
that.
an
He is an edge
outside
rusher.
linebacker.
An edge rusher. Sorry.
Yeah, he's an edge rusher.
Great play by him, but damn. I give him
Man
props
does
for
it
it.
all. Man does it all.
All right, I give him his props. You know, he's leading right now. But no, great win from the Steelers. I'm sorry, picking against them. It's wrong, and I think you're probably tied with me in our weekly picks. So
I knew it was a mistake the second you said Rams.
you and Bryson picked some. You guys made the decision to go against the grain, pick some picks. I probably had one of. This is probably my worst week. I'll say that it's my worst week. I got a lot of L's in the column.
Yeah,
But honestly, I think both your guys' teams they're in good shape. I know, the Rams lost to the Steelers. I think they're still in good shape.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we know the Niners are going to lead the division, but I'm just hoping we'll at least get some over the Seahawks. I know we play them again soon in a couple weeks, so I need to see some Seahawk losses.
Yeah. Even with the loss this week, I still see you guys making the playoffs. That NFC is pretty weak besides like the top 3 teams.
Yeah, right
So-
now it's pretty much just Eagles,
Ravens.
Niners.
Not right. Yeah, Eagles, Niners, and Lions still up there.
Lions are winning
Yeah,
the
I think the
division,
Lions are still there. Yeah,
I mean, they're
that
pretty
division's
much
really
third
good.
seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Cowboys are. I mean, they're taking a spot in the playoffs. The Cowboys are winning. the
Yeah,
division.
Cowboys. I feel like just because it's the Cowboys are going to be there.
So you still got 2 more wild cards.
Yeah.
I'm assuming one's gonna come from the NFC South.
Well, one
Just
has.
I mean a wild
Oh.
card spot. Just because that division's so bad that they're just gonna get wins. One of them's gonna get wins over the other ones.
Yeah. Nobody wants to win the division right now. Sadly, I swear they're hoping the Bucs are going to win today.
Might be that year again where they win the division below in 500.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, they're not that bad.
Bucks will probably be like 9-8 though, and win it. My guess.
Come on, Baker. I believe in you. I've always believed in you. Always.
So
It's
one
just the
QB you got
Falcons,
wrong.
man. Young Wei Koo is just that guy.
He is that guy. I had total face once I saw him run on that field. Pumped up, I was like,
I know
it's
he's
over.
so clutch.
It's over.
He's such a pimp too. Like he knows it too. He's got the swag. He's got that kicker swag.
Your name's Young Hoku. You gotta have swag with that name. You just be
Have you
bullied
guys
through
ever
your whole
seen that
life.
clip where he's at one of their practices and he's signing balls and stuff and autographs and somebody puts out a Zen pack and
Oh, I've seen
grabs
that
one
one.
and there's hey, he's one of the boys. That was pretty funny.
The life of a kicker must be so nice. Until
Dude,
it's
they
not.
literally, I mean,
A good kicker.
Yeah, that's why I said until it's not.
all I have
You
to
start
do is
missing.
just keep that one leg good and
You make your kicks, life is great.
yeah.
Last thing. Proud to, not Nate. Nick Herbig, the sack. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, all right.
That was
Cool.
such a
Give him his
dumb
props.
sack too.
Steal. He's just that guy.
Our
Man, if he
lineman, he didn't even when the ball was snapped, he was still looking forward. And by the
Because
time he
Herbig's
was
too
past him,
quick.
then he looked. It was so dumb.
It's little TJ right there. It's too quick.
Okay. Oh, don't go that far.
Calm down.
Yeah. Oh,
Wisconsin learned from TJ. His rush package is pretty similar to TJ. I'm not saying he's going to be TJ level, but he is kind of like a little TJ on how he plays. Not the caliber of his performance, but the way he plays. I love him.
okay. All right. So I think we get it. But also, sorry, Bryson, but I just found it fun, ironic how we had the discussion last week, and it played a. I'm not gonna say the most important, but they played a role in your guys' game. The tush push. I'm sorry. That was I found that kind of ironic and funny.
Favorite part of that game.
That was so dumb. I mean, it was so upsetting because it was not a first down on that last one.
If you didn't trip, it would have been a first down though.
Like I don't get how they missed that, and it's not under 2 minutes, so it's not reviewable. So
because you guys burned your timeout.
Yeah, and that definitely upset me when McVay used the timeout in the third, and then of course now we're out of timeouts. So that's upsetting. Can you get away from
Lesson learned. Don't use all your timeouts before the 2-minute warning. It's a good lesson, honestly. I never thought
yes,
that.
it is.
I never thought that would burn you before, and then
Yeah.
But all right, moving on to I guess our last game, Sunday night game. Eagles beat the Dolphins 31-17 in fashion. Yeah, not that fashion, just in the throwback Kelly Green jerseys. Rocking his Kelly Green shirt. So, yeah, I'll be honest with you. Since that Super Bowl, I guess towards the fourth quarter of that Super Bowl, I've just been anxious watching Eagles games. It's not good for my health. I'm gonna get shingles again.
you're telling me.
Going into the Super Bowl, I mean that whole last year, I thought we were gonna win every single game. And that's just the feeling I had. I was like, oh, we're not gonna win the Super Bowl. I was like, we're not gonna lose this game. There's no ways. And then the Chiefs took the lead. I was like, oh no, what is this feeling? I don't like this feeling. I'm gonna have a panic attack. So I had that feeling for most of this game. I was just like, oh please, they can score at any time. But I know in the end, I think the Eagles defense really contained the Miami offense, whether it was just shutting down the run game. I'd say every run that the Dolphins had was probably a gift to the Eagles because their O-line was banged up, and then I'd say the Eagles were one of the better teams stopping the run. So, but when they went to the passing game, obviously, that was just easy pickings for them. Tyreek, I don't know if he had 100 yards or not, or just shy of it, but he had a great game. And then
No,
he had that
80.
80. Oh,
I think he had 80
it's not.
something.
It seemed like he had 100. He could have had 100, 2 touchdowns with that one drop. But yeah, that one play that mirrored the was it the Alabama Georgia national championship game? Yeah. It was sorry. It was a good win by the Eagles. I think they still got to figure it out offensively. I didn't like how they got conservative in the red zone. It ran a QB draw at third down. I was kind of shaking my head at that, and then the turnover luck is just I don't know. I'm just kind of flabbergasted at that. That one interception, I was just like, it lands right in his hands. It's not a good year for him. I mean, it is his fault on those interceptions. Shouldn't have thrown it in the first place. Should have probably took the sack, but it's just crazy how that ball lands right in his hands and then pick six. But Dolphins, I know this was their second real test. Played the Bills and they lost, and they played us. So I think obviously they're still a great team. They can score at will. And I think these two games, those two losses, that serve as lessons for them going into end of the year, down the stretch, and even the playoffs. Eagles will, look to. I want to say they play Washington next, so can't let that one slip like last year. They played a close game against Washington earlier in the year, so yeah, honestly, I'm just kind of nervous. Turnovers is looking like it's playing a bigger role than it should be. Outside of that, defense looks solid with all the talent that they lost and are kind of shuffling guys through. Really didn't expect the Dolphins to only put up 10 offensive points. But great win. I'm not feeling anxious anymore. We're good.
Great win for your team. I mean, Jalen Hurts 4 for 4 on the tush push again, kind of abusing it, using it on first down on the goal line. Couldn't just give the running back the ball, but it's whatever. But yeah,
Sorry.
Eagles defense just front seven is just looking like probably one of the best in the league. Miami was, I think, the number one team in rushing, and definitely number one in like plays per or yards per play and everything. And they kind of just looked dead on offense this week. Definitely got nothing going on the run game. Raheem Mostert never really did much. And yeah, Jalen Carter was just wreaking havoc on the inside, especially after that injury. He either got to the quarterback, made pressure, or even got some flags thrown with what he was doing. But yeah, I will say it might have been good luck for your team because I fell asleep and that's when you threw the pick six and it got to 17-17 and I woke up again and they didn't score. So I did miss that chunk of the game. But yeah, I thought Tua had a pretty good game. It wasn't anything amazing. It was a tough defense. You let Ricks look like he had a really good game for you guys. I kept hearing his name get called on a lot of pass deflections. And yeah, it's just the Eagles' run game is kind of what kept them in this game. Kind of kept moving the ball along, put them in great positions on those second and third downs, and kept putting them in those third and first for those tush pushes. Honestly,
Really shove. All right.
and yeah, AJ Brown does what AJ Brown does, and it was good to see kind of Devontae bounce back from the drops last game, even though he had one or two I thought this game, but played a lot better. And yeah, Dolphins. I mean, it's a hard loss for you guys, but not too worried about you guys. I think you guys are still first in the division, and you guys were without Xavier Howard, and
Oh,
you're still getting back Jalen Ramsey in the next few weeks. So I expect that defense already played great that game, just couldn't play the whole game, especially going against those receivers. But I see Dolphins playing a lot better moving forward.
Yeah, it was a good game. I think Dolphins. I mean, we're seeing them, in the games that they do put up crazy offensive numbers. The run game always seems to be either leading the charge or kind of right there neck and neck with the passing. And then obviously they got just beat down. Run game just couldn't really get nothing going. So that might have had an impact on the passing game because I definitely think they're one of those teams where one kind of complements the other. Um, Obviously, we've seen Mostert and A-Chain putting up big plays, and whenever they have big plays on the running game, it opens up the passing game for them. And Tyreek Hill, he gets over the top of those cornerbacks and those safeties, and when you can bait the run game and you got a receiver with that speed, he's going to get open. So kind of couldn't really get that going this game. Eagles front seven is, like you said, arguably the best in football. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, this is another back-to-back game of losing against an elite team. So maybe there might be some concerns that maybe the rest of the regular season. Obviously, I think they make the playoffs, but you're seeing the best of the best in the playoffs, and what we've seen so far is how they're going to be playing against playoff contending teams. I think there's a little worry to be had. I think obviously defense is not their strong suit. I mean, I think they played well today, a lot better than they did against the Bills, obviously. But we'll see if having Jalen Ramsey is going to make that much of an impact. I mean, obviously one player isn't going to make a difference for a whole game, but yeah, it's just going to be because we know they have the offense. It's just whether or not the defense is going to be able to keep them in games. So we'll see when if they get like a matchup with the Chiefs, that'll kind of be a true test of whether or not they can, they're even going to be relevant in the playoffs. Because right now, from what we've seen, it's 2 games now that they've kind of struggled against an elite team.
Yeah. Overall, Dolphins gotta look to the drawing board, figure out what they gotta change up or just do better against these contending teams. Out of the conference, right? You're gonna have to go up against these teams in the playoffs, so they got to figure that out. But Tua had a solid night outside of that one interception. It was really just getting the ball quick, accurate, doing everything he could do with that beat up O line. Honestly, for the Eagles, though, I'd say, shoot, this is why the Jets loss is that much more concerning because they're one game up against the Cowboys, or yeah, one game up at least. But the way that they're playing on offense, really just turning the ball over, not like last year. I think they have like a +1 turnover differential maybe after tonight's game. But if they keep playing like that, Cowboys might just take the division, honestly. As much as maybe we're all high or I'm high on my team, it's a possibility if they keep playing like that and if they keep struggling in their red zone. So I don't know, that's just something I think I'm gonna something to monitor, but I think it's more of a pressing issue. 7 weeks out right now. It's I don't know. The NFC East curse still lives, so no team has won the division 2 times in a row since '04 or something, since the Eagles did it last. So yeah, we'll see going forward if this curse will continue on, or maybe I just gotta post it and we'll break it.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do is just post it.
Just post about it. We'll break it. How it works, I guess.
Just save it for that Cowboys Eagles game. The second one though. That's the more
Second
important
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We play them 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So find out how the division will go. But yeah, that wraps up all of Sunday's games. We still got the Niners and the Vikings tomorrow. Before we wrap this episode up, we'll go back to our game, the Kyle Pitts game, the Truth or Pitts. I don't think we actually stuck a name on that, but so we're going with for now. We could play it this week because last week he went on a tear, so couldn't play it last week. Maybe even the week before. I can't remember. But anyways, so I'm gonna give you guys 3 names with Kyle Pitts. Obviously, you guys have to tell me which of these 4 or which of these players scored more than Kyle Pitts. It's just one player. At least for this one, there's only going to be one player that scored more than Kyle Pitts. So we'll go maybe 2 rounds of this. So Kyle Pitts ended today with 7.7 fantasy points. I know it probably seemed like he had more, but that's how much he ended up with today. So from these players, I'm going to list off which of these players scored more than Kyle Pitts. Or I should say, yeah, let's go with that. Who scored more than Kyle Pitts? Farrell Brown, Jonnu Smith, or oops, sorry, it autocorrected on my notes. Kate Austin.
Who was the first one?
Farrell Brown.
Can I get a team for that?
Jonnu.
Who the hell is
Honestly, I just grabbed the name on that one.
I
Most
have-
times I will not give you the team name. Bryson knows why, but I did not get. Farrell Brown, Jonnu Smith, Kate Austin.
that? Shoot.
I'm going with Farrell Brown. I know it's
Again, Kyle Pitts scored 7.7 fantasy
I
points.
don't think it's Johnny.
No.
I don't think John.
No.
I gotta go Kate Otten.
Austin.
I'm locking in
Right.
Kate Otten.
I'm taking Farrell Brown. I don't know where he can. Can I get a team after?
Sure. So correct answer was Kate Austin. He got 9.3 points.
Yes, sir.
Farrell Brown got 7.8 1. And
Is that?
Farrell Brown. Oh, I'm sorry. It just acted up on me. I'm sorry. I was looking it up.
I want to say Texans, but Texans had a bye this week.
They did have a bye. So sorry. Almost there. Farrell Brown. New England.
That's not what I expected, but okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry. Yeah, that's why I'm pulling these names. And then last round. So Kyle Pitt, 7.7 points, up against Mike Gesicki, Luke Musgrave. This is autocorrected it. Musgrave. Luke Musgrave and Trey McBride.
Who had more?
Yep,
Yeah.
from those 4. Luke Musgrave. Luke Musgrave, Mike Gesicki, Trey McBride. Kyle Pitts, 7.7 points.
I feel like Gesicki's a bait here because I know he had the touchdown, but I don't know if I
That's
don't.
7 points already.
Is that?
Yeah, touchdown 6, receptions 1.
But that's the thing is I wonder if that because I don't know if Gesicki
You
was
got
at
7
all
yards.
relevant for the rest of the game. Well, because I thought it was on the 1 yard line.
I can't even remember where Gesicki plays right now. My mind is blanking on that.
He plays for the Patriots. He had the game winner against the.
Oh, yeah. They just rotate through tight ends. I forget.
See, then that makes me think it's Gesicki because the reception, the touchdown, and then the 1 yard.
Oh, yeah, he did have the game winner. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it was a 1 yard. So all he had to do was touch the ball
Well,
one
1
more
yard
time.
1 yard would only be
7.1.
so that would be 7.1. See, I don't know if he had any other receptions that game. That's why I'm like, I don't know if this one's a bait because I know he scored the touchdown. But we really think that if he scored the touchdown, there's no way he didn't have a single reception the rest of the game.
That Patriots offense is pretty bad.
That'd
Oh,
be
they
like-
look good today.
That'd be like going 0 for 10 from 3-point and then hitting the backboard game winner. You know what I mean? Luke
Since he scored
Musgrave
a
and
touch-
Trey McBride.
Yes.
I don't think
Okay,
it's Musgrave.
I don't think it's McBride because the Cardinals struggled that game.
Hollywood did not catch much, so I don't know who their top target was.
And I feel like Zach Ertz.
They rotate their tight ends a decent
Yeah, I
amount
don't
over
know.
there. I don't think
See,
it's
I'm
Luke Musgrave because I saw him get
scared.
nailed.
I don't think it's Musgrave, but I don't. It's just between Gesicki and McBride then. But I just don't know if Gesicki did anything else that game. I gotta go Gesicki. I'm thinking Gesicki just on the fact that
I'll go.
like,
I wanted to go
there's
McBride.
no
anyway.
way he only had
You got McBride?
one reception
Yeah.
that game.
So
Someone had to
Gesicki
catch
and
passes.
McBride. Okay. So the one that scored more was Mike Gesicki, 8.5. He had probably
he
like
had
one
to.
more
He had
catch.
to. There's no way that
He had a catch for 4
the fact
yards.
the fact that he got the game-winning touchdown just had to be like. There's no way he didn't get targeted at any other point in that game. There's no way he was on the field for the last play of the game for their potential game-winning touchdown if he hadn't even seen the ball once the rest of the game.
It's the Patriots. I really wouldn't have been surprised.
Trey McBride got 5.9. Maybe I should have chose Evan Ingram on that one. I don't know if you have remembered the Thursday game. I don't remember the Thursday game,
Yeah, I
but
would have.
apparently.
I might have won Evan Ingram because I thought he caught more.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, he got
No,
9.5, but he wasn't a part of the game.
Yeah.
Good job. Wait, did Bryson get both of them?
I got both
Yeah,
correct.
Bryson got both. I just chose Farrell Brown
I
because I
just know
had
my
to choose him.
pits. I just know my pits are truth, man.
I
No,
thought Pitts had a better
last
game.
time we did this, Jake threw in like a
No,
fake,
no, no,
like
don't,
made up name. No, he's got to know. He's got to know.
You're evil.
See, but
How'd you tell him?
no, see, it's good that he knows because we'll sit on it. We won't play it for we won't do it in the next one, but maybe the one in, like every other video or something, or we'll switch it up.
I
And
just
was
chose
he'll
Pharaoh
probably
Brown
forget
because
by then, and
That's why I'm not gonna tell you.
it'll
The
definitely no.
team.
The point is, you want him
Yeah.
to know because then it'll mess with his head. Is like, is this a fake player that he made up?
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
I know my tight ends. I don't know where they
Okay.
are, but I know who's real. I think because I swear Pharaoh Brown was on the Texans. I swear.
Maybe he was, or I don't know. I really don't. I don't know who this is. I'll be honest. It's like Farrell Brown. I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this guy.
It's gonna bother me.
So yeah, depending on how Kyle Pitts does every week, we'll play in this. We couldn't play it since you got back because he was doing good, and I don't think it was worth it because he was putting up some good numbers,
Yeah, he had like
better numbers than this week.
like 14 and
Right.
15 back to back.
He was on Houston. He was on a bunch of teams, but he was on Houston the longest.
See, it worked out. National Tight Ends Day and whatever they want to pick up. I don't know.
Forgot about that.
I don't know. I don't really consider it a thing. It is what it is.
It's what they love screaming on every game when a tight end does anything.
I mean, Titans did good today, but yeah.
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey, lucky they played the Chargers today. Put up that stat line. Nuclear.
It's gross. He had like 130 yards in the first half. It was just disgusting.
Yeah, Isaiah had that long lockdown. Not going to win that.
He was just so open. There was
He's
no one
always,
near him.
he's always open in the
No,
Chargers.
like
That's the
he was
thing.
like open. Like I could have threw passes to him.
Oh, we're
Like
gonna
that's
after
how
this one,
open
huh?
it was.
So
Like
I could throw a goal ball to him. Go 9
I
ball.
didn't say go ball. It was the curls and those like slants in, but there was like no one within like 10 yards of him.
Just find a soft spot in the zone, just wide open.
You scare me with your throwing now.
What? All I said. Oh, all right, whatever.
You just want to throw the 9 ball. That's all you want to throw.
Yeah, 90-10, 80-20, whatever it is. There's a chance in there. So you're saying there's a chance? Anyways, that should wrap up this episode. Next time we'll have our Week 8 predictions, and I probably go over some possible trade candidates we could be seeing before the end of the month trade deadline. So keep an eye out for that one. Yeah, so again, that'll wrap things up. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow if you're following us or find us on Instagram and YouTube. Make sure to turn on those post notifications as well. And until next time, shoots.
Shoots.